Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say a few things real quick. I know I talk a lot, maybe sometimes I talk too much, you guys seem to tell me different, but I personally think I rambled too much. First things first, you just saw the tattoo that my wife got, totally awesome. It symbolizes so many things that I'm going to talk about as time progresses on this channel to tell you guys how I got to where I'm at today and really where I came from, the dark, deep cracks and crevices of time where I used to be and my transition to now. Thank you for all listening to my stories that I have told you so far and just showing me all the love and support on this channel. We're getting ready to hit 21,000 subscribers. We were just at 19,000 a few days ago. So I'm completely blown away. I want to thank Brett for doing the tattoo. I'm going to link his information down below. You must go and check him out. He is a complete phenomenal artist and he's going places. So head over there, tell him I sent you. Give him a like, give him a follow, give him all that good stuff. He's a great dude, and I've known him for like 20 some years. We're very, very good friends. If you ever want a tattoo, this is your guy right here. He can do absolutely anything, and he's actually the guy who designed my cartoon logo that's gonna be on products and different things. So a lot of good things happening here, folks. But right now, what I wanna say is what we're gonna be painting today after my little rambling session. We're gonna be painting a cool, like evening type of scene, sort of, I don't want to say a farm, but it could be a farm. We're going to have some nice trees in the background, and I think we're going to put a cabin in this one. I'm not sure. It's something that I kind of sketched a long time ago, and I just want to see if I can sort of create it at this point. So you know how we roll here. We just kind of wing it, you know? So get all your stuff ready, get your brushes and your paints and your, you know, all the things. Get all those things together, grab an iced coffee or whatever. I love iced coffee, by the way. I cannot stop drinking iced coffee. Okay, see how I get off topic? I get off topic just too easily. So anyways, get all your stuff ready. We're using a 12 by 16 canvas today. I painted it with black gesso, let it dry, of course. Then I put the magic gel. The magic gel, it's just, you guys have got to go buy this stuff. Link below, gambling, totally mind blown how this stuff gets you these good paintings. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. It's great to see you guys. Such a good time to be alive. Give me 2 seconds. All right, testing, audio sounds good. All right, so 12 by 16 canvas, we painted it with black gesso, we let it dry, we put some of that magic gel. I just covered the whole thing actually. I don't normally do it on video because I really spend legitimately probably 5 minutes distributing this across this entire canvas because I use so little of it, but I actually scrub it in, like scrub it, and scrub it. You can even take a paper towel and actually wipe over top of it when you're done, just to ensure that you have this, you know, the least amount possible on there. And it's just enough to help that paint kind of flow, but it's also enough to where it won't get muddy on you. So I love this stuff. I will always use it. I will never use anything else. It works for me. So anyhow, let's go ahead and let's get rolling here. All right, so I'm gonna start off up here. Let's see, what do I want to do? I'm probably going to mix a lot of the colors right here in the sky. So I'm going to start off by, I'm going to grab just a little bit of yellow. All right, now this is a black canvas, so we're going to have to add some white paint to some of these colors to make them kind of, you know, take off. All right, but I'm going to start spreading around a little bit of this yellow. We're going to mix some red into here also to get like a nice orangey color. Put some up here. So this isn't, you know, this isn't the final color right here. I'm just spreading some of this around. And then I'll come back, like I said, with some red or something like that, some yellow ochre. And I like doing different strokes, whether I go side to side, then I do circles. Because when you look up at the sky, you know, you generally don't see the same patterns all the time. You know, you see lines that go up and down and side to side, and you'll see little, looks like little swirly marks. I spend a lot of time studying the sky, believe it or not. I never used to study the sky until I started painting. Just throwing some of this color down here for now too, because we're going to have some water down here. So might as well throw just a little bit. We can add more later. Okay, let me grab our next color. A little bit of yellow ochre, and I'm just going to kind of spread this around in different areas like that. So we're using yellow ochre right now. And I'm taking, you see I keep going down, I keep getting a little bit more, and I'm spreading that around. I don't want to put too much on because then we'll have to worry about taking it off. I don't want to do that. Little is better. I'll leave some dark in here too. I like dark. And we'll move right to the bottom and just put some in here. I'm not exactly sure what all is going to be water, but whatever, whatever we don't use as water, I'll just, cover it up with some ground, some land, some snow, some whatever. All right, so now, extremely carefully, I'm going to use a little bit of red, just a tiny bit. Now, I don't want to use too much. I'm just going to kind of throw that in some of these areas here. I barely have any of it on here, because if you put too much red on here, it's really not going to work good. And I'm actually going over some of the yellows. Spend a few minutes doing this. Don't rush through it. So I'm going to take a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow ochre and get a nice little orange color. Maybe do some circles. Think about the horizon area. It's going to be more on the red side possibly. Something like that. All right, I'm going to wipe this off real quick. And I'm actually going to take the same dirty brush and let me just grab, I'm going to get a little bit of white on here, not too much. And I want to think about, I like having a little bright area. All right, so maybe I'll go back into the yellow. A little bit of white, a little bit of yellow. And I'm just going to kind of swirl it around right in this area here, some water, something like that. All right. I consistently wipe on the paper towel. It just seems to work pretty good for me. Do some circles, something like that right there. And this is pretty much like the foundation, the base of our colors. You can add little details if you want. If you want it to be vibrant, you can go back in here like this. You could take a little bit of red and you can spice it up like that if you want. So many things you can do. Put some red down here. But I'm using very, very little paint. I'm not using a lot of paint at all. I love doing circles, by the way. All right, back to the white. Still using the same brush. All right, threw some white in there, wipe it off, soften it up. I'm going to step back real quick. All right, let me pop that brush up there real quick. And I think I'm going to grab I'm going to use a fan brush. I'm going to try brown first. I don't know if I'm going to put some black into that. I'm going to try to take a little bit of brown. And I just want to put just some clouds. I'm doing little circles. See that? Right across the whole thing. Just like that. I'm going to come right over to this side. Just pop some right in there like this. I'm just doing circles. That's all that I'm doing. Maybe one up here. Think about stuff that's far away. Make them smaller. Little lines will work. Little baby circles. So many things you can do. See that? All right. So I am actually going to take, I'm going to take some black now on the same brush, and I do want to put just a little bit of black in here. All right, that's going to give it a little bit of a better feel, in my opinion. Make it a little bit more contrasty right there, like that. And don't worry about these ones that are far away. They're going to get lighter as they go back. All right. All right, let me grab, I'm probably just going to keep using this 31 inch. I'm going to wipe it off pretty good. All right, because I do want to try to hit the bottom of these clouds and see how I like this. Soften them up a little bit maybe. Just hitting, you know, the bottom edge. I must say, I never really used black in clouds. It's probably the first time, but it's all right. First time for everything, right? All right. Let me just soften this area here. I'm just going to swirl it back and forth. Swirl it. I'm just going to slide it back and forth. It'll soften that bottom area up. Give these a little bit of a something here, and just whip that back and forth. And look at that. We got us a little sky going. Let's keep it basic. I'll tell you this, you can put some highlights in here if you want, okay? I'm not going to do that, but you absolutely can do that. All right, back to the fan brush. Let me move the knife out of the way. All right, so I have some brown. Let me get a little area to mix here. I'm going to take some brown, I'm going to take some yellow ochre, and white. Some brown, yellow ochre, and white. And so pretty much on the dirty fan brush, that's going to give me, just going to give me a very light value. I'm thinking like trees that are far away. All right. Let's see what this color looks like here. I don't know if this is going to be too light or not. I'm going to put a touch of black into that actually, just to dull it. Make it look a little bit pale. So I'm thinking back here, let's see here. I'm just going to maybe do little circles for now. Oh yeah, that's pretty distant. I don't even know if you guys can see that. I'm just doing all kinds of little shapes and stuff. All right. I'm actually going to wipe this off. I'm going to grab more black and more brown. All right, so we're just darkening the color up. More black and more brown. Let's come back in here and throw some of these little things. I'm just going to tap some of them in. I'm going to try to stay focused on the center area here, okay? Like this. I'm just kind of just tapping a few little thingies in here. If you want, you can do little circles. It gives you different textures and stuff like this. See that? All kinds of stuff back there. Who knows what it is? We don't care. All right. Okay, a little bit darker now, a little bit more black and a little bit more brown. I'm not making another layer of trees, but I want to darken up the ground. See that? It's going to look like the ground right there. Okay. Maybe I'll lift up on some of these a little bit. I'm not lifting them to add anything, but I'm just lifting them to soften it just a little bit. Just popping it and lifting. I just want it to look further away. Okay. So boom, there's that. Moving along. You know everything that I do is easy, right? So set the fan brush down and let's grab us a filbert. All right, I am going to make, there's a tree back here that I had sketched. So I'm going to get some brown. I'm actually taking brown, that pile that we were just using. I just grabbed some more brown and mixed it into that pile. So the tree is going to be just pretty much brown. There's a little bit of yellow ochre, tongue-tied here. A little bit of yellow ochre in it. And this tree kind of comes right about here, like this, and stops right about there. Now it doesn't look like it has a lot of contrast, all right? So we're going to put our brown in, just like that. And that kind of drops down on the land right there, boom. Now, lights on this side. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take black and mix it in with our brown. So we have a very, very dark brown right now. So don't worry about, you can actually just use straight black if you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on to the left side of this, okay? And I'm going to come right like this. Left side. Keep that left side nice and dark. See that right there? That's what we're looking for, right there. This tree isn't extremely far away. Pop a root in right there, something like that. And while I have this filbert going, I'm going to throw a branch right there. It's a big old branch, okay? I'm getting a little bit of a darker color to the side of this branch right here. I like contrast. Right down to the front like this. Okay. And we have, let me do this. I'm going to pop a few bushes in with the filbert back here. I want them to be dark. We'll work with these in a little bit. See that? Just popping a few things in. Background stuff. That's all that is. Make this one a little bit bigger. Okay, wiping the filbert off. Let's wipe that off. All right, I'm going to set that down, and I'm thinking about having some land maybe right over into this area here. Maybe it pops in like this. So let me take some black and brown real quick. I just want to put a little bit of dark color right here. This way it'll pop off there, okay? See, that's what I was saying. I wasn't sure exactly what we're doing for water, but that's no problem because you just fix it just like that. And while I'm at it, let me figure out how I want to sketch this. I want to come out like this. And I want to come back and have another one maybe right there. And I want it to come off the canvas like this. Something like that. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Okay? It'll give us the foundation for our ground. Simple, right? All right. Now, I'm going to probably, what am I going to do here? I'm going to get me another fan brush. I don't know. We'll see if this is a clean fan brush. It's just pretty beat up. I'm going to start thinking about our land area. So I'm just going to take some pure white at this point. Pure white on the fan brush, okay? And then I want to just kind of I want to think about snow. All right, so I'm going to throw some back there. You're going to get a little brown in that. That's okay. Don't worry about it. And then we got our tree right here. Well, actually, I'm going to start back here. I'm just going to kind of one swipe, and I'm reloading. I'm going to come in here, put some there. These are just like the initial areas where there's going to be snow, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll blend it in and stuff like that. I'm going to come here like this, right up to that edge there, and then let's bring some right there. Leave some dark spots in here. I love dark. Dark is always a good thing. Bring that right there. Like that. If you start to get too much brown, you could, definitely, wipe it out for sure. But a little bit of brown's not going to hurt because we have some brown in the sky, all that. So, some there, bring that back, and then this here is going to kind of pop off like right there, maybe. All right, something to work with. Let me wipe this off. Wiping off the fan brush. Okay, all right, next. I'm going to grab a little bit of blue on the fan brush. I just wiped it down, and I want to get some blue on here, okay? And I'm going to go into some white. So I just have a lighter blue color. And what I want to do is I want to throw some of this blue, see this here? I'm just kind of tossing some of this blue around. See how quick though I'm doing it? Just tossing some blue around. That's all I'm doing. Some back here. I'm leaving a lot of dark in though, okay? That's going to help us with shadows. Okay? So let's wipe this off now. Okay, set that down. All right, let's try. I'm going to wipe off my 1-inch brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how this works. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so let's test it. I'm going to start back here, and I'm going to take, and I'm just going to kind of blend. See that? I'm only going to pull it a couple times because I don't want to ruin it. Okay? Just blend it, pull it back. All right. I'm not going to blend it so much up here. Pull some of it back this way, pull it down. I want there to be some shadows in here. That's what the purpose of the blue was. See that? Right down there. You could actually pull some of this right up into there like this. Borrow some of that white. Just to drop right down, right into the water, because we're going to go like this. Okay. Might have to add a little dark back in there, but it's okay. I'm just working this side to side real quick. I'm going to actually pull some of this down since I'm right here. Pull little bits of this down. See that? Take a step back, take a look at it, set my paper towels down, and then I'm going to grab my fan brush, and I'm going to actually get some blue and white real quick, and I just want to I want this to go a little bit more uphill. I know we made some bushes there, but I think it'll look better if it kind of goes uphill and not down. Little adjustments that you make right there. All right. All right, so that's sort of like a good base, right? So now I'm going to just clean the fan brush off, and I'm going to grab some more white. There's a little blue in it, but that's fine. A little bit more white. And then now I'm going to just kind of coast through and add some areas here like this, some there. Some of the areas that we kind of distorted and stuff like that, just add some white in. Make it a little bit brighter. You can use a knife if you want for this, or you can make it nice and thick, put some texture on it. Texture is always a great thing in a painting. See that? Little spots and good stuff, right? Some more white. Throw some here. Nice and thick. Maybe that drops down. There's a little spot there. See that? Little areas of texture. All right, I'm actually holding a paper towel now in my hand. I never do this, but it'll work for now. Okay, still using the fan brush. I'm going to take pure black and a little bit of blue. So it's extremely dark is what it is on the fan brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in what looks like, and I'm reloading quite often here. It just looks like little bushes and stuff. See this? All right, kind of coming down the hill there. Let's put one. I think it'll be cool to have one right there. See that? It's a little bush. Goes right down the hill. Black and blue. That's all that I'm using here. And like every 2 bushes, I'm like coming back and I'm like kind of, reloading, because if not, it's going to mix. It's going to mix with the lighter color, and it's going to kind of just come out a little crazy. And you could put these wherever you want. You can pop them all over the place if you want. You could put some back here, little lighter ones. You put some here if you want, like this. See that? Come right down. Come right down towards the water if you want. And those just represent like little whatevers, little bushes in the wintertime. I don't know. All right, let me wipe this off here. And then maybe I'll take, this is sort of going to be like it's an off-white, a little bit of blue in it. And then maybe I'll just kind of come in here and just clean some of this up, I guess. Something like this. You can use the fan brush to create little lines in the water, or you can use the knife if you want. But you can actually get some, blue and white paint on here and just make a small, little something, and it just gives it a, good look. Flat lines. Spend a few minutes doing this. All right. All right, there's that there. Now, there is that. What else do I want to do here? Okay, so I'm just going to move right along here, and I think, how do I want to do this? I'm going to wipe the fan brush off real quick. And I think what I'm going to do is I got to get rid of this paper towel out of the way here. I think I'm just going to use the knife here. So I'm going to take some, I want a real dark color. So I have brown, and there's a little bit of black. So it's dark. It's a very dark brown color. And I'm going to just take this knife that I have right here and probably think about placement, very small, right about here. Something right there, get some more paint on that. Come up right about, how do I want to do this? Do I want to use the small, you know what? Yeah, let me do something real quick. Let me get the paint off of there. Probably going to use the small side here because it's kind of far away. I know this is hard to see, very hard to see. because it's extremely far away. We're going to have to kind of cut and crop some of this. Come right there. Right about there, something like that. Wipe this off, working with a lot of paint here. Right about there, like that. All right, so I got that one straight edge in there. So now I think I'm going to, let's grab 3/4, same color, black and brown. Black and brown with the 3/4. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to go like this. Drop that there. Got my edge over there already. Okay, come back in with the fan brush. Like you see right here, right next to the cabin, I actually touched some of this white. Totally fine, look. Put it right back in. See that? No worries right there. Done. Set that down real quick, get my dark color back, and we can come in here and just kind of fine tune that little edge. I'm going to wipe off this 3/4. I'm going to set it down. Get me a clean knife real quick, and I do want to just scrape this up a little bit, probably right about there. I'm going to actually wipe this off as I go. All right, I'm going to go right about there, because this is supposed to be further back. It's like kind of low profile, you know what I'm saying? All right, there we got that. Back to the 3/4, we scraped off this here. Let's get some of our blue and our white. Blue and white. And I'm going to come right in here. I'm just going to kind of throw with the 3/4 brush right in front like this. See that? Come right back. Let it fade off into the bushes. See that? Fade off into the bushes. Now, cool thing about the 3/4 is it's synthetic. You can actually use this as a blending brush. So we can come back in here very lightly and we can actually blend some of this, which is totally cool, I think. See that? Soft. I'm doing it very soft. Maybe this actually pulls right down into the water right there. I like that. So you can change stuff as you go. Get some more unique little lines in the water here. And if you want, you can even pull some of it down to get some of your reflection back with the same brush. 3/4 is actually very good for that. Pull it across. Okay, so you see this right here? This was actually a little bush that we put in. I kind of hit that. You see that? Not a big deal. Let's grab, I'm going to grab, I wiped it off a little bit. I grabbed some green and some yellow, right? And I'm just going to pop in some yellow right there. Boom. See that? Let me do something here. Go side to side, trying to blend some of this in. See that? I am not scared of anything. When in doubt, just scrape it. Scrape it out. I gotta set this down. My paper towels are getting all dirtied up over here. So watch this. So I just came in here and I just scraped that bush right out. Not a big deal. Wiping the 3/4 back off. Going into my pile of what appears to be some yellow, some white. All right, I'm gonna put some white in here like this. Kind of going right over it. Not even caring about it. See this? Let's just get it in there, get rid of that, some of that darker color. I am wiping it, by the way, continually. Okay, grabbing the 1 inch. I'm going to come right up here and I'm pulling this down carefully. All right. And if you want, it is a little bit of a different color, so you can grab some yellow ochre, stuff like that, you can absolutely, you know, pull some of that back into here like this, carefully. Just don't spend a lot of time on this particularly. You know, just get it in there. See that? A little bit of red, stuff like that. Pull it and move on is my point. Get it in there and move forward. All right, that's all you have to worry about doing. One last thing, actually. One last thing. Getting a bright color here, just for our area right there. I just want to drop in just that bright color. Just because it'll stand out. Okay. That's a little crooked. Straighten that up. Straighten it up. Boom. All right. I'm spending no more time on that because I'm just going to walk in here with a knife and I'm going to take me some yellow ochre, some white, a very like a yellowish brown color. You know, add a little blue into that too. That'll help. And I'm going to actually make a little water line. So I'm actually going to come in here like this. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of do one of them numbers. Make it a little darker up front. See that? Little water line right there. All right, let's wipe this knife off. Running out of room here. Okay, you can soften this back here just a hair if you want, not too much, just a little bit. Okay, perspective looks okay on that. Okay, 1-inch brush up there. Grab the 3/4 now, and I just want to take a little bit of our white and blue, a little bit of like a shadow color white. It's not a pure white. There's some blue, maybe a little black in it. It's just not pure white. And I just want to come up here real quickly, and I just want to carefully place on a little bit of this right there. Wiping it off, coming back, grab some more. You can kind of define it, the angles and all that good stuff. Just kind of come right here and place it. See that? Go like this, like that. Pull it straight down. I'm going to grab some more of that color. And I just kind of want to put a little something right there. Off to that side. And you can use the knife too, actually. You know what? Let's grab the knife real quick. Let me do this too, you can grab the knife right here and you can really shape this thing up. If you want, you could start right about here. And you could really go like that. See that? Put a little bit of a angle on that. Really glop it on. See? And then kind of come over here and make a little roof area. I mean, this is just like whatever, like I guess the easier way to make a little cabin area, I guess. I don't know. This is supposed to be like kind of distant and far. Put a little color in here maybe. Something like this. I'm actually going to take pure black. I'm going to go like this. I'm gonna put some pure black right about there. Wipe that off, and then I'm going to come right there and scrape that little bit off, kind of form the angles back the way we had it. The whole time I'm actually holding another brush in my hand. Don't recommend that, whatever. All right, so now I actually have to come back up here, and I just need to scrape a little bit of this off to fix that. Right. Then come back in here and make our lines like this, just because that's far away. It's supposed to be like, you know, kind of further back, just kind of off into the distance. One other thing that I see that I want to do real quick is I'm actually going to put my finger on here because it's kind of tough when you're just resting. I want to fix that little pitch real quick. Fix that little pitch of that roof. Kind of goes down like that. Little snowbound cabin. Blue and white, blue and white. Let's get some blue and white up in here real quick. Having fun now. Just dropping it in. Come like this and just like that. So you can have fun, you can do all kinds of stuff, you can play around, you can mess around, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Whatever you want. But my idea was having something that was just like, it's kind of there, but you're like, hey, is that what I think it is? You know, it's just like back by the tree line. All right, enough of that. Let's get back to the filbert brush and some black and brown, I guess. Black and brown. Dark color, only a little bit of brown. Like 70-30, like 70% black, 30% brown. Because I want to put a tree that kind of comes right in here like this, and it goes right into right there. Nice and dark, nice roots, come right down into the water maybe. Something like that. I'm going to make this one just a little bit thicker maybe. And I'm thinking maybe we'll just put another one right here, right off the canvas. Something like that. All right. Same filbert, dirty filbert. I'm getting some yellow ochre, pure yellow ochre at this point. And I just want to drop a little bit of this yellow ochre on the edge here. Just a little bit there, a little bit there. Really don't care about any back here, just a little bit maybe, tiny bit. I'm going to blend all this in most likely though. Okay, let's wipe this off. Set that down. Okay, filbert, same filbert, I just wiped it off. I'm going to blend this edge out because it'll help kind of mix the two together so you won't have that solid hard line in there. Didn't want a whole lot of highlight on that for sure, just, you know, kind of subtle. Like that. Now, white. I'm going to grab some white, and I do want to put a little bit of white to kind of touch it, spice it up right there. Spice it right there like that. Boom. I guess we can just drop a little bit there too. Wiping that off. See, I'm killing that back edge, and I'm just kind of trying to give the tree some kind of a little texture and shape and stuff. Looks a little impressionistic, but that's okay. Because I'm not trying to do, you know, I'm not trying to do stuff that's like hard or boring. I'm just trying to do cool little things here. All right, so now I'm taking some blue paint, blue and white, and I want to get a nice, cool blue color. And I want to come right on the side here. And I want to drop in a little bit of shadow here, a little bit there like that. And I guess I have some down here too. Like that. All right, I'm going to wipe this off now, wipe the filbert back off, and do the same thing. Kind of come in here and just distort this line right here. Kill that edge. Leave some of that blue in there so you can see some of it, see? And then, you know, boom, there's that. Come in here if you want. You could put some blue shadows. Get some more paint. You could put some blue shadows in here like this. You know, make it look like little rocks and such. All right. Like that there. You can make it come right down to the water if you wish. And this will just serve as little whatever, you know, whatever you want it to be. That's, you know, that's really what it is. All right. Let me set the filbert down real quick and grab just going to thin down a little bit of paint here real quick, and I'm going to drop in a few, see, little branches. Just kind of help, you know, kind of finish it off. And this is where you can really, you know, kind of take your time and determine, you know, how many branches you want, if you want any. You know, do you want dead leaves, or, you know, all kinds of stuff. Go right across that tree there. Just like that. You know, so take your time while you're doing this. You know, and if you want, yeah, you can drop in a few out here, like that. You can use a lighter color for here if you'd like, because this tree is definitely, you know, further away. This is the part where you just kind of do your thing. If you want to add little trees in the background, this is a good time for that. You know, maybe there's little skinny trees back here, like little crooked ones and stuff. See that right there? That could be something. Maybe there's some stuff, yeah, just all the way back here. You could just keep going, and you know, you could do all kinds of like little things right there, you know? You know, or maybe there's like, you know, maybe there's one that's right, growing right there. It's growing right in front. See that? So there's a million things that you can add, you know, doing this. I mean, it's up to you, really. Let me just wipe this off real quick. Now, I'm going to grab the fan brush real quick, and let me get some blue, maybe a little bit of brown, like a dark color. So you see this right here? Let's just do one thing real quick, actually. Let's come right here and put a darker color here real quick, just because this is a darker area right there. All right, so you see how quickly I just did that? Let's just drop in with our 1 inch here, kind of pull some of our ground right there. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then just kind of work this real quickly like this. And this will just kind of really tell you, like, all right, we know there's shadows over there. It's water, whatever, ice, whatever it is, it should be darker on that side, which is totally right. And then I'm going to come in here with a nice blue water line, just like that. Whip right around the front right there. Okay, put a little baby one right there maybe. All right, so that kind of puts us back into play there with our dark shadowy colors. Make this a little bit more defined right here. Nice and thick, just like that. You can even use the knife on this tree if you want. You could drop in a few little, see this, little areas, make it look cold and frozen and stuff. See? You can do all kinds of things. Get some texture down into here. Sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. And maybe we'll just put a few little textures right here. This could be a little rock or something right there. Some dark color. Bringing in the texture. I love texture. It's a good thing. Deep blue right there. Just work it around. See that? Same thing over here if you want. You get the point, right? I'm going to wipe this knife off and see what we got going on right here. All right, so there's that. All right, well, I don't want to bore anybody here, but you guys know me. I try to do things in a very short time, you know, because I don't want you to be like, oh my goodness, it's going to take so long to do that. I want to do it in a shorter time because I hope that you guys try it. This is something a little bit different. It is what it is, right? I had fun making it. I had fun with you guys. Give it a try. If you want any of these videos that you guys watch, if you're trying to paint them, tag me on Instagram. It's @Paintings by Justin Wozniak. Find me on Facebook. We have a nice little group linked below. Go ahead and click on that. You have to send a request. Make sure to answer the questions or you won't be able to get in the group. Answer them questions and we'll get you right in. Good to see you guys. Have a great day. What are you doing? Get up and go make something. You have to do it. Go make something. Let me know what it is. Tag me on Instagram. You'll feel much better once you get up and make something. Trust me on that one. Take care. See ya. Later.